Hello, everybody. Welcome to the second episode of Final Fantasy XIV Podcats, where we are going to talk about Unreal. And here's Jolly and Kaito. And remember me, I'm Emi.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, guys.
Welcome back.
We've changed things around a little bit. We decided to get rid of the big screen. Now you can see all three of us in semi-larger screens. We are also on Zoom now because of some technical troubles that we had on Discord thanks to Emi.
And we now sound like less trash.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Let's hope
We
that
have mics now.
continues to be a good
we have
thing.
the goodness.
Quality.
So,
Yeah.
I will pose the question. Allow me to introduce the question of today's topic. Unreal. What did you think about it, even if you've done it before? And what do you think is in store for us in the future?
Well, Unreal was pretty unreal. My first impressions of it, like, a lot of people were telling me that it was going to be easy, and that ended up not being the case. I remember the first time I went in there and got destroyed, really bad. Like, we didn't clear it. And eventually, though, I got back through it, and now I can kind of get it on farm. It's not so bad. The rewards are kind of a grind, in my opinion. Like, I kind of wish there was a faster way to, get those. What are they called? Are they leaves?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So the leaf grind is pretty
Leases.
significant because you got to clear the thing a lot unless you get super lucky and get that stinking little fox every time.
Which you did once.
I did.
I
Yeah.
didn't.
Wait, you've gotten it before? What?
Yeah, I have. I've totally gotten the fox
Whatever.
before. I got super lucky and just picked a corner because, I was under the impression that the fox always showed up in the corner. And turns out, by the way, that's totally wrong. It doesn't show up in just the corners. But I got lucky and ended up finding it in a corner one time. And was just like, oh my gosh, the fox is here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
So my opinion about Unreal is kind of like Jolly's. I don't think it's a hard fight, but it's harder than we were expecting it to be, because we're when like they said, yeah, it's Shiba X basically, and we were like, okay, Shiba X, it's easy. But you like what I didn't think at the beginning, it's like, yeah, it's going to be minimum my level. It's like sink down Shiba X, and you will have a lot of people that never ever have done Shiba X, and they will have to go in directly, like with minimal level, with no idea of the mechanics, and you were like, okay, yeah, this isn't a breeze. Like, I thought it was going to be a breeze, and it wasn't. Like, eventually, like, people learn it, and now it's easy, but it's proven to be a little more difficult than we expected it to be, at least me. Like, I think I went the same time, like the same first time that Jolly, like we went together, I think. And we were like, oh yeah. You were like, did you watch a guide? And I was like,
Yeah.
it's the same fucking fight. And it was, but I didn't expect like everyone else didn't know that the same fight. No.
I was expecting it to be casual content, and it wasn't. I was like, oh man, this is actually kind of difficult.
Yeah, I mean, it's not super difficult, but yeah, it's not like it was a bit of a harder experience that we were expecting at the beginning, at least. Well, at least.
What about you, Kaito?
Yeah.
Well, I've done the fight back in ARR, and I definitely think it's not a much harder fight. It's the same fight. It's literally the same fight, but it's a much tighter fight in terms of all of the players' contribution in order to clear the fight. For example, back then, I wasn't necessarily one of the best DPS. I was maybe like 0th percentile when it came to doing damage. So I wasn't actually a good DPS back then. And I never ever got to enrage to a point where we were about to enrage. And remember, now we have systems that are like super quality of life that weren't back then. For example, back then we had TP and sprint. And when you use sprint, it would get rid of your TP so you couldn't attack. So that was less DPS that you were doing if you wanted to try to dodge a mechanic. And now that we don't have that, we're still reaching enrages. So that just shows you that how tight these enrages can actually be. Everybody has to be actually putting work. Healers have to go double time when she does like those super crazy like back-to-back AoEs, and you're like, Cure 3. You don't know what to do. And still pump out damage at the same time. Tanks are getting deleted out of nowhere because of how much damage she can do in her bow stance. It's insane. It's just super tighter, and it's definitely harder because of that.
Yeah, I would say, like, even if the mechanics are still the same, I need, like, mechanic-wise, it's an easy fight. It's, like, easier than most X fights. Mm-hmm. But, like, DPS and healing checks are, like, super tight. And they went, like, I'm not going to say on the Savage level of the, like, healing and DPS checks, but, like, between the X and Savage levels of healing and DPS, I would say maybe. Like, yeah, you're right. I as a main healer, like, I will have to, like, okay, I'm gonna save this for the raid whites, that spamming raid whites part. Sometimes I use temperance in that part, and like, I don't know, in casual content, usually it's like I just use temperance whenever, just to troll, because you don't really need it. but like I had to plan a little bit, like when I play a Savage fight or an X fight that's a bit tighter, which it's different than what we were expecting. Now on the reward thing that Jolie was saying before, I think that's like the part I want them to change more. Like, the minigame is fun. I don't like that you can not have the fox on your, like, that is a random chance. Yeah. It's like, I've done Unreal like a million times. I never got the fox because, like, I don't know, half of the time it isn't even there, and the other times it's like, okay, I have one spare chance and like a million squares to bet on, and like I never got it. Like, you got super lucky, and without the fox, getting the rewards,
it takes a long time because it's like such a slow grind. Because what are the swords? The swords give you like 20 leaves.
5 leaves. The swords give you 5.
Is it? Well, I think it's like 5 on the first time, right? And don't they give you like 20?
5, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
it's 5 the swords, 10 like the gift box thingy, and 20 like
the treasure chest.
Yeah, the treasure chest.
Yeah, I wish we could get like a little bit more leaves. And then the other thing that I'd like them to do is like, well, and I'm sure they will, they'll probably bring in more rewards. Because right now there's like a mount, and I just feel like there's
mount. There's a few things like mount, a minion, and something else. I want the mount, basically, but it's like I still need like, I don't know, 100 leaves or something like that. And I've been grinding this shit since like the beginning.
That's the one thing that I found super underwhelming, and it was like the actual rewards. Like, I'm honestly more excited for the choker than the actual mount. Like, I couldn't care less about the mount. Like, I just don't care about that mount.
Yeah, it's not even that special mount.
Isn't it just another pony?
It's a pony, like a rainbow like pony. I mean, it's cool. I want it, but it's not like, I don't know, let's say it's not worth the like eternal grind if you don't want to do the fight, basically. I would say.
Yeah.
They could have done like 2 mounts maybe and have this as a cheap mount and another like super special one as a...
I have a feeling that they might change that, like with the upcoming different fights that we might get in Unreal, because I'm pretty sure that a lot of people weren't happy with that being like the main reward that you would get, like just another pony. It's like, it kind of makes me think that this, I mean, they've kind of advertised it as such, where this content is more for new players to experience what it used to be like back then. So it's something that I got to recognize, that this content may not necessarily have been for veteran players like me. Like, sure, we get some cool stuff aside, like the few rewards that we can buy, but it's more for the newer players that came in, that they want to experience like how these fights used to work and whatnot. Even though I feel like this is harder than it used to be before, but that's another thing completely.
Yo, I want new players to experience Titan before they did all the network improvements.
No.
That's what I want new players to experience. You know what they could do? That could be the next Unreal, Titan Unreal, and just make it so that the those little AoE things that appear on the ground, they just like go off like 2 seconds faster.
Oh, no.
That's what I mean. You gotta be like super fast.
When you go in, you automatically add 200 MS ping.
Yeah. It's like a mechanic in the fight. Like, it's not a bug, it's a feature. Yeah, 100 ping extra for no reason. Oh my god, that would be terrible, man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm starting to think like if we think about like what the next fight could be, Titan is probably one of the ones I wouldn't want to see next, just because of the sheer difficulty that it used to be before. And then the other one that I wouldn't want to see either, that is just because of PTSD. I don't think they're that hard. It's just because of PTSD of doing them, is Titan and Ramu Extreme. Yeah. Ramu was the worst wall that I had in order to clear Extremes, man. That was the worst fight for me to ever actually try and get done. Nobody, I feel like it's still the same now, but people could not coordinate when to take orbs and when the tanks had to take priority and when the DPS had to clear the field and when not to stand in the water and when to unfear the people that were feared with the AoEs, it was awful, man. And I don't want to relive that, honestly. I'm hoping that it's going to be a much easier one like Garuda or something like that, or even Leviathan, which is...
I mean, I was betting... Oh yeah, you can talk first.
Well, I kind of mentioned Titan as a joke because I don't think they're gonna like any of the primals that they have introduced back into Shadowbringers for the Savage tier. I don't think they're gonna make those Unreal. Or wait, no, they did Shiva already. Never mind. The whole thought's like out the window.
And they were like, it was like the last one they did when they did Unreal, which that's why I found Shiva as like such a weird choice to start with, but
I have a feeling that it's gonna be Titan. I don't know why. Right there.
I had the same exact feeling, like since it was Shiva, the first one, I was like, okay, the next one is going to be Titan. I was super sure, but they did say on the live trailer that it's going to be easier, and Titan is definitely not easier than Shiva.
What does that mean? There is no other primal that I can think is easier than Shiva in the ARR. Well, when it comes to roles, at least, I think Shiva is one of the harder roles harder fights to tank, just because of how weird the actual tank swaps are. Like, you have to be watching how many you actually have and which space she changes to. It's not like an arbitrary, like one of those common tank busters where you get a stack and just swap right away.
Yeah.
So I guess for tanks, this could be the harder fight, but I don't know. It's just Shiva in general is
the mechanics are easy.
Yeah,
Shiva mechanics are super easy.
King Moggle. That would be some chaos for it to be extreme. Unreal.
I mean, that might be easier, but it's like...
No, that's the thing. I can't see that one being easier. Even though I think that'd be a really fun Unreal, I don't see that being the next one, simply because I think that would be really hard for, like, newer players to attempt.
That's the main issue, is that it might be easier mechanically, but that fight is such a mess that I don't think it would be a good idea to make that one.
Yeah.
I agree with that,
Whoever made that fight is crazy.
I don't see them doing it. Oh, I know what the next Unreal is.
It's not even.
Oh?
It's Cape Westwind Unreal.
They were joking about that, like, oh, which one would you like to see as Unreal? And people were like, Cape Westwind.
It's easier.
It is easier. That is true.
That's like that's like a 30-second fight at this point. I actually got that the other day for an MSQ roulette. Was it? I think it was an MSQ or a trial roulette.
Trial roulette.
Yeah. Okay. Trial roulette is what I got that one.
Like a
and I was just
10-second
like, what the heck? I haven't been here in forever.
Yeah. But that never got an extreme or hard mode, so I mean,
No.
would that qualify? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually was joking.
I never know. Imagine you say that now, and it just becomes a reality in 5.4, and it's like, well, Emi called it, even though he was joking.
Yo, what
Yep.
if it was Odin?
It counts.
Oh,
What?
Isn't there? There's an Odin primal fight.
there is.
Oh.
Yeah, there is an Odin.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good choice.
I mean, and I don't think it was necessarily super difficult. I don't think. Okay, so
No.
the Odin fight. Was there an extreme of that, or was that just like a
It
straight
was
up
just like
storyline
one,
thing?
I don't think
Just
there was
one off to the side fight. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That'd be an
one
interesting
weird.
one
It's
to
like
do.
a weird one. It's like I think it's like one of those that it's like hard mode, but it doesn't have a normal one, and it doesn't have an extreme either. So it's like weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I did that fight like twice in my life, and both times were in like 2014.
I do it a lot on Sync actually, or I used to do it a lot on Sync. But yeah, okay, all right. So we got some general ideas of what we think the future might hold. Now, when it comes to rewards, like I know it's not a good idea to ask or to wish for things, but what would you guys want to see in the rewards? Like that you would think like it's totally fair that they would give it, and it's not unrealistic.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
like
I was going to say exactly
Yeah.
that. Let's keep it to the
Yeah. Let's
at
keep
least
it there.
realm of possibilities.
Yeah. We're not
Even
gonna
though,
have-
yeah, it's not going to be like, oh, I want a 510 weapon for
Yeah, yeah.
Unreal. It's like,
That's
yeah,
exactly-
it's not going to happen. Actually, 510 will be not the super great high level on 5.4 probably. But
I feel like if they're gonna do recolors, they should do recolors of like existing mounts, but that are cool. Like the tank mounts, I think are really cool. So they could do like a recolor of those, or like I don't know, make something that's not a freaking horse.
it's fine. We have
They removed the limit
unlimited.
for us this time
Okay.
because they were
We
being
are
friendly.
unlimited.
Limited.
This
on
is
our time.
Zoom Unlimited. Unreal.
Ah.
Ultimate. Okay.
Like I don't know. I don't really want to see any rehashes of mount. I would like to see more mounts, and I definitely don't want to see any more ponies. I mean, we have so many horses in the game. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
why did they give us another horse? I agree with Kaito, like back when he was saying like he doesn't even want the mount, he just wants the choker. I agree with that. I would love more glamour items, and I would love more emotes. And maybe, if they're really going the distance, give me a new hairstyle, and I'd be real happy.
Hairstyle, yeah. See, here's the thing. I don't think they would put like those types of items exclusive to. Like, if it's gonna be something, I feel like it's gonna be something very similar to something we already have in the game. It's not gonna be like, oh, we got this new hairstyle, we're gonna tie it to Unreal. I mean, it could be. They could do whatever they want, but I don't know.
So what I think they should have like a gear set for like all Unreal, not one for each fight, like a gear set of Unreal that's like glam only.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Give me Shiva's clothes right there, man.
Yeah, for example, something like that, and you can like mix the leaves and so. I think everyone agrees with like. I don't think they're going to do like different currency. That like every Unreal fight will give you leaves.
Imagine that.
Oh, man.
You gotta
That
find for
would
this
be
one now.
insane if they did. Oh, you didn't get because like the like Shiba is going out. It's not going to be like possible to do it. So that would be like super bad.
Now that you mentioned that, do you think that's gonna be an actual thing? Like reward cycles? So like they cycle out the
don't know.
rewards we have out now and then put something.
That would be cruel.
No,
For people.
I think like they're gonna add more rewards. What if it like turns into like a gold saucer thing? So they add more rewards, everything just gets more expensive, and now you can do Shiva for leaves, and you can do Unreal Odin for leaves. And so
Could be the case, but
they give you more options to more like farm the leaf, or not farm them, but give you more options to collect more leaves.
The thing is,
I would like that, but I think they already said they are going to like remove
rotate them out. Yeah,
Yeah.
rotate them out.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah.
Oh man,
They
that's
were like,
wild.
yeah, nah, you're not fighting this right now.
Dang.
Yep.
I hope they
Indeed.
don't rotate the currency. That would suck.
I like if they rotate the currency or the rewards. That is like cruel, just cruel, man.
Or at least let me like collect these things and sell them then, so I can make
Yeah,
a quick 20 million gil.
I don't think they're going to do that because they want you to do like the grind thing.
Yeah, that's true.
So they're going to keep it exclusive. So I didn't complete my idea though. I think they should give like, I don't know, for example, Shiva's year, or maybe 2 year sets like Shiva and Odin, whatever. Well, I think Odin is already a thing.
Get a helmet.
The gear itself too, actually.
Yeah. Well, let's say, I don't know, Shiva and damn Titan. Why are you?
No, you know what?
Uh,
I know what they could do. They could give us that beta version of the Odin armor. Have you guys ever seen it? Where it's
No.
like with the super cool like floating cape that the PS3 couldn't handle, so they had to remove the cape.
No, I
Oh.
That
didn't.
was super cool.
And now, even though I didn't see it, I want it anyway.
Yeah, if it's got a flowing cape, that's
Yeah.
something that I don't see a lot in the game, where you have anything flowing. Like hair doesn't flow, flags don't flow. Like I don't know. That'd be.
It
super
was
cool.
insane. It makes sense why they removed it though, because back then it was like the PS3 support, and that it was super like it wouldn't work on the PS3, so they were like, yeah, we're just gonna take it out. And I guess that's why we don't have those physics anymore, which I kind of sad.
They could
Maybe
have
in-
that, and that would be super cool. Like a glam that glam item. Oh my god, that glam item to have as a reward.
Yeah.
I think a glam should be definitely one of the things you should be able to get with that.
I agree.
They should add another mount, which, let's cross fingers, it's not another pony. It's just like a different thing.
I don't
could
know
be
why
a
I feel
good
like
thing.
it's going to be.
Oh,
What?
I
Another
just
pony?
feel it. Yeah, I just feel it in my bones.
But what else can they do with a pony? There's no more colors.
Hey,
that's
man.
true. I mean, what are they gonna do?
I mean, what other colors? They haven't tried a pink pony. There you go, pink it is.
Yeah, maybe it is.
Pink it
Maybe.
is.
Maybe, I guess. I don't know. That would be like disappointing though.
Oops.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for, I don't know if something new, but at least a skin of a different one.
That's one thing I'm
Same.
hoping for. Yeah, just a change in rewards generally. Yeah, because these rewards are not exciting to me. At least some of them.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest problem with Unreal is, one, the rewards are not exciting enough for the amount of grinding you have to do to get them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And two, like the currency, it's like too random how to get it, especially for like I think they could like do a bit of a compression in the numbers. So instead of like the fox being 100 and the other being like 5, 10, 20, it could be like 10, 20, 30, and 80, for example. That way you have like more constant currency, and like the boost you get if you're lucky is not that high.
Right.
Nah, they ain't gonna do that. It's like y'all were saying, they want us to grind.
Yeah. They want us to keep the
Grind,
franchise
grind.
alive, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
That's the
again,
point.
like that it's like magnifies the issue of the rewards not being enough for the amount of grinding you need.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
I don't know. Well, let's hope it's not another pony, and let's hope it's not Titan.
Yeah.
Look, if I'm gonna ask for one, I think it should be. Damn it! The thing is, Titan. Even though I had so many bad memories with it, it was fun. It was still hell.
That was exactly what I was going to say. Like, in one way, you're like, oh no, Titan again, suffering to that. And in another part, it's like, I kind of want to see new people die into those lands. And like,
you know, it makes me wonder if they're gonna add the quality of life changes that they've had over the years to these old upgraded fights. For example, back then, if you fell off the stage,
you're gone forever.
You're gonna revive, right?
Yeah.
So are they gonna keep that? Because that went away with Sophia. I think Sophia was the one that started doing it. Like, okay, you can revive people.
yeah.
If they
in Ravana you can't, and
in
Bismarck
Ravana
you
I'm
can't
pretty
either.
sure.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they're gonna bring that back. Because if they do, then it's gonna be pretty hard.
I think they should bring that back. I'm kind of disappointed that they started letting people revive them, like dead people after falling off. I like that mechanic. But I was also like one of those people that enjoyed Titan. I mean, beating Titan was like my first sense of accomplishment in that game, where I was like, oh my gosh, I finally beat something difficult. And now I'm going into Coils, and you get destroyed by the Gatekeeper. Like, what was that big orb thing called? I can't remember the name of it right now.
Yeah, the like ADS.
ADS, yeah, ADS would just wreck everyone right at the beginning. Like, that was a fight in itself, and it didn't even give you a reward.
The Coil Boys.
Yeah, dude. Like, I remember doing Twintania when it was current, and
I did it too.
This shit.
I never went back to any like hard content until Stormblood because I just couldn't handle it. Man.
I think we were all in that same boat. Like, after trying to attempt Coil and getting to Twintania and all that, I was just so jaded. I was like, I don't even want to try. No. Forget you, Alexander. Not even gonna try.
I gotta say, for people there, you guys already, of course, know this, but like everyone back then had like 200 MS ping constantly. I have now 200 MS ping constantly because I live in Argentina, which is like super far from the servers. So I usually have between 100 and 200. Well, so in that time, I had like everything. The 200 plus my other 200. So for me, it was like, I don't see something and I moved and it was like, no, man.
Yeah.
No, you're not going to evade that. You're going to die.
Was it 200 or was it 500? I think I remember it being 500.
I think there was there was like a middle ground moment. It wasn't like 500 to like now. There was like a first 500 era, and then was like a few 200. I don't remember quite well, but I do remember like that time where it was like insane.
That's why Titan was incredibly hard, because nobody could dodge the landslides. It was just a second later.
It was impossible. Yeah.
I remember when you'd see those things on the ground, like I would I would just run, like before I even saw the things. Like when he starts casting, you just like run immediately. And don't stop running until it goes off. And then sometimes you would be safe.
Yeah. Isn't that what Emi does now? He has to predict the fight in order to survive. Jesus.
Future sight.
Oh my God.
I mean, it depends on the fight, but yeah, like for example, for Titan Savage, like Eden Titan Savage, E4S, which is like a bit of a fast fight in those.
Oh man,
kind of moments.
Such a fun
bombs. The bombs.
Yeah, the bombs. I was like, I had to always do like the thing where you go like and step into the corner, tie the bomb, and start running before, because I was dead like every time. And sometimes even doing that, I was dead anyway.
Yeah.
That could be like a Savage pro tip. If you're getting hit by something, check the cast bars. That's an easy way to find out when things are about to kill you. Is like, the cast bar just started. Better start running now.
Yeah.
I always do that because I can't trust animations with my ping.
Yeah.
The other mechanic was like what's the name? Like the one where it starts on a square and then it goes like all the squares around him, and like it's like a blue explosion.
Earth,
something like that.
That they start like coming towards like inward. Is that the one?
It's like it's one square, then every square around, then every square around goes.
Okay.
And you have to like wait for this explosion, move, and like avoid the other explosion by super fast.
I think it was even.
I was like, okay, I had to go into the other explosion, like the first of the 2 explosions, like killing myself. But that was the only way to survive that.
Man,
that is how I play. Okay, well, we strayed a bit.
Yeah, we kind of got sidetracked a little bit there.
It's fine though. It's fine.
The tangents.
It's good.
So, any more comments on Unreal, guys, or we should just wrap it out and talk about how great my guitar intro for the.
Yeah, I think that's a wrap, man.
Yeah, that sounds like a wrap.
That's all the thoughts I had on Unreal, because like Unreal has been out for quite a while, and it's like, you know, if any opinion that I had formed, I already like heard from different people. So
yeah, I'm sure there's other people that are going to hear it, but maybe people will listen and like the little tangents we went on, and maybe agree with the rewards things that we are requesting from Yoshi P.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, definitely. You got super loud there, by the way. I don't know what happened, but yeah, I agree completely.
So if you have any opinions on what reward do you want or what fight do you want, you can leave it on the comments.
Oh,
and we'll read it and maybe answer. I don't know. Maybe.
We'll definitely answer.
We'll definitely answer. Sorry about that.
We'll definitely answer.
We need you guys to
comment. Please
give us attention.
Yes.
We're also on
attention.
A lot of social medias now, so follow us there. I mean, I don't know if a lot, but at least in Instagram.
Yeah, on Instagram, the Casual Adventure Team posting the dankest Final Fantasy 14 memes.
It's gonna be all below.
That we steal from everyone else.
Exactly. I'm gonna start doing some though.
I've made some. I should go get my Namazu meme. I could apply that same Namazu meme to the. Oh man, I'm gonna splice that Namazu meme into this. That way people know what I'm talking about when I say I could turn my Namazu meme into the dwarf meme now. And you two probably don't even know what I'm talking about, but that's okay, because when you rewatch this podcast, you'll be like, oh, look, there's the meme.
Sounds good. I'm gonna laugh then.
See, I'm roping my own co-hosts into watching this whole podcast.
Yeah, 2 more views, man. That's
2 more views.
Yeah, we said
getting popular.
Appreciate it. Yeah, of course, of course.
All right.
All
well,
right, guys.
Thank you all for watching. Please stick around for more. We will definitely be posting more videos. And we're going to go ahead and cut it right about now unless someone says something else, and I don't know if you're going to, but I'm going to keep talking. It's going to be a little slip.
Casual Adventure Team signing out.